Glory to Yahweh, Mahashem, Yahweh Shai, Mahashem Makakodash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, hopeful Lekdakim that are out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with just a lesson on, how bad these storms are really getting, with different calamities increasing throughout the world. You have experts that are calling, for increased categories, names for how much the increased level has impacted how they measure storms. And this is from RT News. This is a new hurricane category needed for extreme wind. New study. Or this is a study. And I am going to read the article real quick. I'm going to breeze through it and then get you the scriptures. But this is just showing you from Esau's point of view. He's even seen that this world is languishing. And this earth is having the birth pains as well. It's tired of this devil. And I always think of that movie, The Avatar, at the end when all the creation and all the animals come together in unison and they fight against Esau, which was trying to get the unobtainium or something like that, the mineral that they're mining and destroying their world. But this is the category 6, what they want to talk about, because after category 5 is what's called the hand of God. But this is RT News. It's windy, too windy to even categorize. A new study has suggested that a new category of hurricane, category 6, should be introduced on the grounds that category 5 hurricanes are getting worse. The study, published in the excellently named Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, proceeded to classify all hurricanes with wind speeds over 192 miles per hour as category 6, which would include 5 storms worldwide over the past decade. Lead author Michael Weiner thinks the new category is a long time coming. Describing category 6 storms, he said 192 miles per hour is probably faster than most Ferraris, which is a weird thing to say, but okay. There haven't been any in the Atlantic or the Gulf of Mexico yet, he continued, but they have conditions conducive to a category 6. It's just luck that there hasn't been one yet. Okay, so he's not sure how fast they are or where they are or why they aren't where they should be, but there's a good reason behind the vagueness. Our main purpose is to raise awareness that climate change is affecting the most intense storms, he said. The recommendation is not due to become an official scientific classification, so don't expect to not see any storms that might be faster than a car anytime soon, or not, weather permitting. So, this is just them talking about the fact that they need different categories, and this is just another way that the Lord is going to bring judgment, because on top of a blackout, if you have a storm, if you have something that is destroying your shelter, as you can see these houses in the background, if it's flooding and it's destroying your shelter, that's in a very increased chance for you to die. And the scriptures I have with this is Nahum 1, and I'm going to start at the top, but the points are past that. But, the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshite. Verse 2, the power is jealous, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai revengeth. The Lord Yahweh revengeth and is furious. The Lord Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. This is the long time coming of the judgment coming on Esau, Edom, and the 2/3. This is verse 3. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Being Esau, Edom is not going to get a scot-free, get out of jail free ticket. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet, showing you how the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai can bring a storm out of nowhere and be in the midst of that, controlling who's getting judged, who's getting flooded, who's getting hit by a flying stick that goes through their head, man. You know, who gets a car flipped over on top of them? You know, with the whole family inside, man. No one makes it out. You know, the clouds are the dust of his feet. Hey, man, because the Lord, you know, like it says, scriptures say, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. You know, what temple shall man make me? You know, roughly paraphrasing. But he's just showing you that this earth is nothing. This is to have that power. And if you've ever been at sea, and if you've ever seen a storm or even been close to a hurricane, you know, I've been on some crazy storms by the coast, but I've never seen a hurricane. And I can't imagine 192 mile per hour winds. That's crazy. This is verse 4 continuing. He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry, and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. You know, bringing calamities on different lands whenever he wants. Verse 5, the mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Just like I'm thinking of like Mount Sinai, you know, when the burnt mountaintop, you know, when it came down in the chariot, the mountains quaked, you know, being in those earthquakes, even the earth is trembling at his presence. You know, it's crazy, man. That's like power that you can't even imagine. Verse 6, who can stand before his indignation, this righteous anger? Who's going to go against a righteous judgment that the Lord is enacting? No one. And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. The Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. So if you're doing the right thing, you ain't got to be worrying about the judgment of the Lord, you know? And if the judgment of the Lord comes upon you and you're doing the right thing, then that's the Lord bringing your destiny to you. Because some brothers' destiny is to go out like that, you know, so to be martyrs for the faith, you know, which are, you know, it's an honorable thing, but it's a hard thing, man. Definitely coming into the truth, and you have to go into a FEMA camp and, you know, get your head cut off, and that takes a strong spirit. You know, it's going to be reserved for the strongest. You know, Lord willing that, you know, the majority of brothers which are going to make it out, you know, but either way, you know, the Lord knoweth them that trust in him, because the Lord is going to make a way. So either way, you know, the stronghold is going to be that name to call upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the faith, and, you know, knowing that the Lord is going to take care of you in these last days, man. Especially if you're doing the right thing, you know, saving up your a spiritual bank account to be able to cash out on, knowing that you did everything you could in the grace period to prepare for the day when everyone was just lollygagging. Like today's a Super Bowl. You know, I didn't want to leave my house. I was doing my errands during the day because it was nice. There was no traffic. But after that, man, people just drunk driving, you know, leaving these parties and shit, these revelings. Hey, man, it's best to just stay at home. But hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. Till next time, shalom.